Alright, so this patch already hit like last week, but unfortunately I wasn't here, like I couldn't talk about the patch last week, so let's just do it now, let's do it today. So patch 1.1.9.1, usually I don't talk about these patches at all, these like hotfix patches, however this one, like for hotfix, it's rather big because of like all the changes that I did here, and also because, well yeah, it took them like what, 3 months or 2 months have passed between last patch and this hotfix, so there are some like things we could maybe like talk about quickly at least here. So yeah, this is pretty nice for Crucible writers who will make Crucible runs more consistent. This is actually like a thing that Madly was complaining about like a long time ago already. That like all of these humanoids or like human enemies that can wear also additional gear with like elemental resistance, for example. Yeah, they don't have like as much elemental resistance anymore. At least, I mean, they can still like get more elemental rest, I guess, from gear, but at least like their abilities and like the base scaling with their elemental rest is not as strong anymore. Yo, Bunny Lord, welcome on. And Yetiel as well, welcome. Adios with the XD pyramid, or rather, not really a pyramid. Old patch notes, yeah, yo, welcome on, Tyler. So, I mean, yeah, they said they are gonna increase Agni drop rates, right? But the thing is, like, they actually fucked this up, and it was only done for Ashes of Malmoth expansion. And if you have Forgotten the Gods expansion, this actually doesn't affect your game. So yeah, this is gonna be like something they will add basically next patch, like 1.1.9.2, that's gonna happen, I don't know, maybe like in another 2 months from now. We're gonna actually have more blooms from like Rotting Stumps and Agniborg Golems. I mean, it is pretty nice to have this, but I'm talking about the wrong April patch notes. That's true. These are also like from April 1st, actually. Yo, Engineer, come on, man. 500 bits, dude, holy shit. Thank you so much for the support, man. How you doing? Long time no see. Alright, so this is like blah blah blah, right? Items. This actually looks like an item that I would like to maybe try playing now. Like Blaze Rush was already kind of an interesting item earlier, right? And now with like +2 Oathkeeper, it's like pretty cool, I think. This one, yeah, I don't know. This one was weird, right? I mean, Blood Borer isn't really like known to be a Virus Might item in the first place. Now this is a like Bleeding Virus Might item. I don't know what this is supposed to be in the first place here, but I mean, I don't know. If people want to play it, then they can, I guess. Yeah, most of this is like some more stats, I guess. Some of these are good. I don't know, like these will like depend a lot on like certain builds, most of them. Xanta, please no nerf. Yo, Ruby or Nubia, welcome on. Thank you so much for the 6 month reset. Welcome on, welcome on. Let's see, Asimov, welcome on, and Crab Turtle and DexMaxTax, welcome on, guys. Fire Upheaval hype. I mean, maybe, I don't know. I mean, it has like +2 Archon, right? And Archon is a pretty like underrepresented class, I feel like. It's like kind of a... I mean, it has like some decent builds, but overall I would say Archon is kind of a bad class compared to others. And +2 Oathkeeper could certainly like help this out, maybe a bit. But I feel like this Flame Touch stuff is like way better anyway. Maybe? I mean, maybe not. I mean, 75% weapon knowledge upheaval is pretty decent, right? I don't know if you can like away stack on a Archon that well there. Like if you want to play around upheaval, right, you need to away stack. Like stack away to like increase the crit chance on it. Like I mean the chance for it to proc, it already procs and crits, so like you need to pump that away up. 100% weapon dodge to Water Smart sounds cool, so it doesn't apply to Flame Path. Yeah, I mean this is just like, I don't know. It's like some additional damage there, but it really doesn't matter that much, to be honest. I mean, this is like, I don't know, not really that important. the good thing about this is it is a faction item, right? So like you can make a build around this item like very easily. And that is pretty cool. I don't expect this to be like Omega good or anything, like not at all. But it does have like some pretty decent stats. Also armor and attack speed. Oh yeah, it's not bad actually. I mean, yeah, most of these faction items fit like a similar role, right? They are not supposed to be like crazy good. Just like help you out, get those stats, for example, like those plus skills on like Solar Sapphire build, for example. Right? What is this? Mark of the Voracious One. Wait, what is this even? Mark of the Voracious. Oh, this one. What did they add here? 50% weapon damage modifier for Shattering Smash and 40% all damage modifier for Renewal. Wait, so it's like a Paladin thing? I still has like last hit to Overguard. I still like way better for a Warlord than like a Paladin, right? Probably. If you didn't have upheaval, what would the damage conversion to fire? Would the damage conversion to fire still work? Do you mean the lighting to fire conversion? This part? Or... I mean, the physical to fire always works. This one only works whenever you hit with upheaval. So like, if you play a Shaman, then you have to play upheaval with this weapon, right? Otherwise it's gonna be, like, completely useless. Like, you can't play Promise Strike with this, for example, if that's what you're implying, maybe. Alright, they basically like nerfed some of these retail suffixes, right, or prefixes, I think. I mean, this one got nerfed, right? Overlords got nerfed, Runecasters. Yeah. Racial damage got nerfed here and here. I think this is mostly like, this is a Pierce prefix, right? This one is interesting for the like Vitality Conjure, right? If you get like Annihilation, I mean off Annihilation on that shield, I mean, do you even want that in the first place then? Right, how do you check that out? I think over here, right? Off Annihilation. Was it a shield suffix or? Yeah, it is a shield suffix, okay. Ring of Steel with +2 Bone Harvest. I mean, yeah, if you get a off Glacier on the Bone Harvest shield from the new boss, I think that's pretty decent now. I mean, the shield itself kind of sucks still, I think, but this at least fits the shield well now. Okay, another's Ruby. I mean, that's already like really good, I feel like. And now it has become even better for, say, a Purifier, right? Lazar's Ruby is really good now. Like, at least offensively for a Purifier. Festa Blaze, I mean, all of these epic items, there's like a feedback thread about epic items, right? Because they do wanna like take a look at epic sets, mostly. Next patch, again, like 1.1.9.2. So if you have like a build around any of the like epic sets, not necessarily these, but like also all the others, then feel free to like post your feedback, right? Alright, this could be like an interesting set to like check out now. I have like no idea how good or bad this stuff gonna be here. Yada 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 yada, I mean, yeah, whatever. I don't feel like many of these like matter that much. This is like a Pierce glove, right? I think they like nerfed Pierce itemization a bit, like across the board. Like, in many cases at least. Wait, what is it called? Annihilation. Wait, did I write that wrong or? Oh no, it's a rare suffix, obviously. Yeah, this is like pretty good for the, like, you're playing the Vitality Conjure, right? And you're playing around Sigil, then it's pretty good. New patch again? No, that's like last week's patch. Retail Nerfs made this broadcaster go on a 1-week vacation, if he's bad. Yeah, welcome in then. Or should I call you a Didada? Yo, Illuminator, welcome. Yeah, Arcanandu, how are you, man? I wouldn't go to the club, I'm not a degenerate piece of shit. What? It's like the first thing you're gonna say here today? I mean, you kinda got a point, but how was my vacation? I was mostly either driving or like working. It's a mic fit copy pasta. I see, I see. I see I have missed stuff. Okay, Relic, Avenger, stuff. Right. I mean, yeah, more retail nerfs, right? Like here and there. On a Relic, they didn't touch the Absolution Relic there, I think. Absolution is still untouched, so like Absolution is actually like still okay for the thing that I'm planning to do right now. Storm Serpent actually got buffed again, right? Storm Serpent is like a really nice, interesting blue epic set, I feel like. This one is pretty nice. Also Sharpshooter set got +1 Inquisitor and Demolitionist. Wait, what? This might be like a really good like Pierce Purifier, like a budget Valdoon set right now. Probably. That's what it is. Like a budget Valdoon, right? You would rather save 250 euros for GPU, yeah. Just play Grim Tours all day, right? Buffs for pets and Mugjogen's Order, alright. I don't know. I mean, okay, that's probably like a good change, like a decent buff actually. Freeze Rest instead of Fire Rest. Like you probably like never need Fire Rest on a build like that uses Uzin's Pyroclasm, right? That's like a Fire Relic, so like you're playing with the Firebolts, and like Firebolts probably never need like Fire Rest additionally from like a Relic, right? Oh yeah, this is like the big thing, right? This is apparently broken as fuck right now. If you wanna like play the flavor of the month or like the flavor of the hotfix patch, I mean the flavor of the hotfix build rather, then you play like an Ouroboros Reaping build, right? Because like the Relic has more weapon damage. I mean it works like a Blade Arc, right? Ouroboros Skull is like a Blade Arc. So like a melee two-handed or even one-handed ability. But they gave this more percent, like higher percent weapon damage than a fully upgraded 26 out of 16 Blade Arc, right? I'm like, why? Like, I know testers don't test it much anymore, maybe, or like some things also like aren't put like out before like being tested, but like what? It's as much as it is as much as Blade Arc has with all weapon damage support. I mean, okay, but like this is still Blade Arc, right? Which needs 16 points of investment first of all. I got 16 skill points here, and you need to be a soldier. And this thing here doesn't need anything except for like your relic slot. I mean, it's pretty broken. And also, they have... wait, where was the thing about Xantar? I think Xantar really like spoiled something about this as well, right? They're gonna nerf it next patch, obviously. Yeah, where did he say that again? Was it in the same thread or somewhere else? Oh no, there was like a discussion about that exact skill as well, I believe. So it's gonna be brought down to like a reasonable amount, and I think it's still gonna be good then, like it's still gonna be usable. But yeah, not as brutal. Yo, Led Brass, thanks for the sub, man. Welcome back, welcome back. how you doing? Ulvar, welcome on. Will be adjusted maybe next year. Wait, where is this again? Is it this one? No. No. Dude. I think this was this comment here, right? Byzantine? Yeah, so they're gonna reduce it down to 210%, which is still 5% higher than fully upgraded like Blade Arc. That said, you can get more percent weapon damage from like items on Blade Arc, which you cannot on Rework Sweeping. So I mean, this is still gonna be strong in my opinion, but not as broken as it is right now. And they're gonna like change this around a bit. Because like, yeah, Aether can like convert Vit to Aether anyway, but like Vit can't convert Aether to Vit, so they're gonna like remove the flat Aether here, increase flat Vit to 100. And yeah, I mean, I would say that's probably like a fair amount of damage done. I mean, 100 Vit is obviously way less than 178 physical damage, and like all the bleed and eternal trauma here on top, as well as the crit damage. Wait, where is it? Where the fuck is Relic? Here it is. This one also like has no bonus crit damage, right? So like Blade Arc should certainly be, I think, stronger than this once it's like nerfed. Which is fine because like relic or item skills should always be worse than like a fully like invested skill from like a mastery. So I think that's like perfectly fine. They made Reaping Arc spammable, but Harian still has cooldown. If they buffed like Harian by like a lot though, that would be perfectly fine with me. Also, Ground Zero, how you, man? I mean, you've already been here, but I kind of like forgot to greet you. How you, man? It's back to Toxic Correct. It's like back to not reading chat for me, right? You hopped on the Volson van? Wait, are you literally like actually playing Volson or what? Also, old welcome, man. Why are we making my character Polish? Why not? Why not? Also, Flames, I did see your build request. I'm gonna check it out after the patch notes here. See you swimming or Corona. I hope I didn't bring any of those with me, to be honest. Yo, GM Chaos, welcome as well. Get on the Wilson, man. What? You're only playing that game because like people pro like paid you blooms, channel points, right? To play that game, I guess. Kraken buffs? Yeah, Kraken actually got buffed a bit. Alright, so yeah, right now on this patch this is like the most broken thing ever apparently. So if you wanna like play a broken skill, you can play this right now on this hotfix. Next hotfix is gonna be still strong, but like way weaker than right now. I probably would recommend playing something like a Spellbinder with this, right? Spellbinder should fit this pretty well. Apparently you can also like make a like a pierce spell with this work pretty nicely. I mean, it's basically all in this feedback thread here, right? Like Banana Peel had a pretty thorough, how do you say that? Thorough? In-depth, thorough? Dude, I can't speak English, but I mean, that's not a new thing for you guys. Yeah, he made like this post here, which covers most of it. I don't run like you're playing it, feels okay after the latest patch. Wait, was there another patch? What did they add? Did they like add stuff or only fix stuff? Alright, where are we? Gargoth Shard, that's like the Fire Force Wave Shard, right? The Fire Force Wave item. Gargoth, right? Yeah, the Fire cooldown Force Wave Shield. Has no 6% Fizz Rest to Flame Touched. But it doesn't have like any Fizz Rest itself. But I mean, you can obviously get a Fizz Rest prefix on this, so you can get some pretty like nice Fizz Rest on a commando like this, I guess. I hope they have finally fixed the visuals though. Or I mean, maybe they didn't fix it because like this is pierce the fire only, and for physical to fire you need like the Shard of Eternal Flame anyway probably. Or like Justice set, right? Okay. Bartholomew Scabbard, that's really interesting, right? Because you can have like more Guardians now, right, with this. Bartholomew's Gavel used to like give you less, which is why I did play. Wait, where the fuck is the build? Oh my god, dude. Wrecked by browser. What was the build called again? Oh yeah, okay, I remember. I made this. No, that's the Infiltrator, no, right? What is the Dervish called again? Wait, what is the Speedrunner? Dude, I don't remember. Nice Guardian build? Yeah. Nice Guardian build, right? Dude, do you guys remember what the Guardian build was called again? Oh yeah, that's Guardian, right? Racer X Deep Clothing. That was the Racer character earlier? Yeah, okay. Yeah, because like, you played these instead earlier, right? Just like way more damage. You had 4. Wait, what gives you like another +1? It is the hammer, right? So like you can play Magi's Visage now, and you can play this thing here. Where is it? Bartholomew. Then you have 6 Guardians, right? The Gavel, right? This one. That's actually crazy. That's wait. I already closed the window, right? Cool damn it. This was like 30%, right? 30% total speed twice, so it's 4 times 1.6, which is 6.4, and the other thing is like 6, right? So, I mean, on paper, that should still be more damage. But it's like a lot closer now. But the thing is, like, it's a 2-hander, right? And the other things are 1-handers. So 2 components, yeah, exactly, Illuminator. That's what I was thinking about right now as well. I mean, if you're like not playing a Dervish, like if you're not playing with dual wield built into your kit, then you might want to use the Gather, right? If you're, say, playing, I don't know, I mean like a Shipbreaker, right? What does it do? It's Judgment and... Wait, that's literally only Oathkeeper stuff, right? I mean, okay, you have the freedom with this to like play any secondary clans that you want to, right? Whereas the other thing is probably better on a Dervish than like anything else. Make the hammer +3 to Guardians. I mean, they could like nerf the other thing to like 25%, right? What would that give us here? I mean, that would like literally be the same then, right? If you like nerfed us to 25% total speed, then it would be fair on paper. On the other hand, like... Actually, wait. The good thing about the 2-hander, right? The 2-hander has... Wait. No, it doesn't. Wait, don't 2-handers have like 50% physical to fire usually? Like, why does this have only 15%? What? Oh yeah, the dots do stack. Yeah, like 6 Guardians are like a lot closer in downtown probably. And also dots matter more if you have like less attack speed, right? So like, this is more about flat damage from the Guardians, this is more about the dot damage from the Guardians, I would say. Oh, Searing Prefix. Oh, the Searing Prefix has that much. Okay. Let's just check out Searing Prefix. For 2-handers. Yeah, okay, you're right. So like this... Okay. I mean, here you have double components though, right? You have 10% physical to fire, 10% physical to fire. So that is like 20... I mean, it's like the same conversion, right? It's like 50% on this setup and like 50% on the 2-hander as well, from like the base here and then like the 35% from the Searing Prefix, for example. So that is the same value for conversion, roundabout. Like it depends more on rolls than anything else. Okay, I mean, then it's, I guess that's fair, because like... the 4 Guardians here are like, when it comes to single target damage, as strong as like 6.4 like Guardians without the total speed. However, 6 Guardians have more dot damage than 4 Guardians, right? So, yeah. I think it's fair now. Should be fair. Promise Strike only 2-hand? Yes. But doesn't stack on Wind Devil on this line. Yeah, the Wind Devil itself doesn't stack, but like Maelstrom's dot damage does stack. That's what it is. I mean, unless you play Stormrend, yeah, like, unless you play Stormrend. Like Stormrend is a one-handed axe that can drop from like one of the totems, and that is like the only way how you can play Promise Strike without a 2-hander. Alright, all the stuff is like... Wait, which one is Crucible Bulwark? What did they do to Fortress? Okay, they nerfed this actually as well. Dude, they like nerfed every single retail thing, I feel like. Which is fine, I mean, it's pretty broken. Or like, it was pretty broken. Colossal Defender. Wait, what? Cooldown modifier? This is huge. That's like really good. Which one is it? Wait, this is another retail item actually. This is the Aegis of Menhir one. Aegis? Physical to fire that Aegis. Yikes. If this wasn't a thing here, it would be like usable as well for my build maybe. Like I could play Aegis as well maybe. It's kinda sad. But like, why would you play fire on a warlord? Huh? I mean, I guess if you play retail, then you just like play soldier, because soldier is OP for retail. So I guess you can play fire warlord for retail, right? It should be fine. And Colossal Bulwark basically gets shoehorned into Aether, right? Which makes it better for Aether Creek Binder, I mean Death Knight for example. I mean, this is like a buff to Sword and Board, Aether, Krieg, Death Knight for sure. But if you wanted to like play this for something else, then I guess you got cucked. Crimson's Vine Scepter increase. Oh yeah, they did buff Driggs Vila again, right? Maybe it's enough this time, we'll see. Flash Warp, Bulwark, Defender, wait, what are those even? Oh, that's the Act 3 thing, right? Wait, that's like for pets. Added support for Blood Dreig. Yeah, this is like a buff for Conjurer, right? It's like a buff for Pet Conjurer. What? Is there actually a good Stormrun build though? And ban this out of Edric in the next PvP, please. Yeah, that was actually like Omega crazy as well for PvP, if you like think about it, not like for low level PvP. For level 25, I mean if you have this weapon, I mean this shield, you just win, right? If you never play Drixie Blind, maybe they will just keep on buffing it. Kaleska's Harvest. Wait, where are we here? Ictrix's Scale. Yeah, reduced retail, okay. I'm not using this one anyway, at least on my build, but okay. Gorgazol's Heart, increased acid damage modifier for Word of Renewal. So like acid, Paladin or whatever this is supposed to be, I have no idea. Acid Infiltrator. Kaliska's Harvest added 8% Physicalness and modifiers for Presence of Virtue. That's like a Blade Arc shield. It's like another way to play a Warlord, right? Wait, why is it not here? Oh, it's just a baseline Physicalness here. Oh, wait, then like you don't have to play Warlord for this. I thought the Physicalness is like bound to Presence of Virtue as well. It has more bleed and wait, 120 physical percent? At level 35? Dude, like these percent modifiers, they're like not that great later. They're like okay later. But like if you get this at level 35, right, like 120% more damage on like one single item. At like level 35, like what the fuck? That's OP as fuck. It's kind of weird they like don't scale these. Like they don't have like lower values for like lower levels, right? More than one time. Yeah, it's like this on top of it, but still, like it's almost like 200% damage on a shield at level 35. That's crazy. Bleed Warlord. You don't have to play Bleed, you can also like play physical, just like physical Blade Arc, right? You could play Bleed if you wanted to, but you could also just play physical. I mean it's like physical Bleed hybrid, you can like play either. I still think this is better on a Witchblade, but maybe now it's actually not better on Witchblade. It's like really good for both Witchblade and Warlord, I would say. I mean good enough compared to like all the other ways that you can like play a Warlord. I don't know about that. But it's like easy to get, right? Like while leveling this is really strong now for Warlord for sure. Kovacs Stormblade added 4% attack damage compared to half to Stunjacks. This is one of the like biggest, like most impactful changes as well on the patch, because like with this patch, Stunjacks, which was like an ability that had never any kind of sustain. Right, the Demolitionist Stunjacks here over here. It's a strong like shotgun ability. If you like play it as a melee caster basically, but you had no way to sustain with this, and now you do have two items that can like support you with sustain, and one of the items is the Kovacs Stormblade unit. That is 4% last year, which is not like a huge amount, but it should be enough to like make it certainly like usable. The thing is, this does like have this is the weapon, right? This is the weapon. So like it has a conflict. Well met. Like it's conflicting with one of the best Stunjacks weapons in the game, which was, I don't know what it was, but something, right? Let me find it real quick. I mean, this is like the weapon, right? That gets last in out to Stunjacks. Also, Ikoker, welcome on, thanks for the follow. And then you have the, I think it was Rune of Egoroth, right? Because this one adds like another projectile on top. This was, I think, like used as the best in slot item for stunjacks, at least like for lightning stunjacks. Like lightning quick jacks, spamming stunjacks. But now you're gonna decide, do you wanna use this for like another projectile, or do you wanna have like 4% loss steer it? Does the bleed from Blade Spirit stack? Yes, yes they do. It's the same thing as Guardians. Alright, Common Sanctified Blade, replaced away and % crit damage with attack speed and freeziness. So they're basically trying to like buff Lightning Our Reckoning. I think they also buffed the Cyclone set a little bit for Our Reckoning again. So like maybe Our Reckoning Archon is back, right? Maybe. It's also gonna be nice for like the later stages of leveling. I mean, you still have to like kill Father Kaimon, but I mean, if you can like kill him rather early on normal, actually like basically as like the boss of the second act, if you go like there after killing Krieg, right? Kazakh Skull increased crit damage and modifier for Kalidar's Tempest. I mean, it's still Kalidar's Tempest, right? I don't know. I mean, every buff to this ability is good in my opinion, because like it's not that great anyway. Lagath Axe Void Binding, increased chaos damage to Eggs of Menhir, okay. That's like good for like Void Soul set, I think. Molten Claw Slicer. Now this is actually like a nerf to the Sorceress that I was playing in Season 1. It's not a nerf to like the full Ulzun set, but like it is a small nerf to like the Molten Claw plus Aldanor's Vanity version of it, right? Now Medea's Horns added 1% first cold to Vindictive Flame. I mean, it's just like for the damage of the flame itself, so it's like a small buff for the cold saboteurs, but like not really anything amazing. You're gonna maybe like notice a little bit higher last steal of Vindictive Flame now, but other than that, it's like whatever. Can't you go do a wheel with Stunjacks now? You could, yeah. But then you lose out on another like +1 projectile, right? Because there is an offhand that also has +1 like +1 projectile, right? The Eye of the Gazers, I think. Yeah, this one, the Overseer's Eye. This one also has like another +1 projectile, so if you do a wield, you will have to like make sacrifices. Like for each 4% last steal that you gain, you will lose 1 projectile basically. Alright, where are we? We are at Obsidian Bulwark, increased crit damage modifier for blast shield to 25%. I mean, this is really good. Like the Kuda modifier is insane. I mean, we know how strong it is on Ulzuin set, right? On the Ulzuin amulet. Replace % crit damage modifier for Rune of Kalastor with +2 projectiles modifier for it. It's gonna be like interesting, very interesting actually. It's a shield though, right? How do you even play that shield? You probably like play fire, right? Because you can't play... I mean, it's like a fire purifier that you play here, right? Maybe I should play a purifier with a shield, then I don't die, right? With a purifier. Maybe I should actually like try this. Yo, no manual! 1 year! Holy shit. 1 year of being a sub. Well, welcome back, man. How are you, man? Thanks for the support. You have the perfect game for me? Do you? Are you playing Diablo 3 or what? Yep. Oh my god, dude. Not Diablo 3, dude. But it's not Diablo 3? Okay, okay. Don't tap. It's the it like the risky click or? Go frenzy mode and beat 565. It's like a mobile game or what? Oh, it's that stupid game. I think I know this from like oh my god, dude. I know this from like mobiles, I think. This is so stupid. Alright, how much do you have? 565. It's so loud, yeah, it's pretty loud. You have 565 with us? You know what the fuck? I'll check it out later, maybe. It's like pretty easy on phones, like way easier on phones than like with the mouse here. There's some boomer PM right here. Yeah, I'm not really like trying that hard right now. You get speed bonus. Okay. I see. I'll check it out later, I guess. And yeah, the beep boop is like a little bit too loud, I think, for you guys as well. I mean, I could just turn it off, I think. Ravenous Claw, increased answer damage to Ages of Men here. Okay, that's like pretty good for non-retail builds while leveling. Like when you're, for example, leveling a Sentinel with like the... what's it called again? Perdition set, right? Like for Perdition set leveling, that's really nice. They removed Rata, like they removed Rat Attack on Reek's Evil Eye in the skill tree, but they've added it to this thing now instead, right? I think it's fair because like the skill tree got crit damage instead. We're gonna check it out later. Rhythmic's Blast to increase AFA damage modified for RF. Wait, this actually got buffed? This actually got buffed. I mean, the part that it got buffed for is like mostly Aether, so like, I mean RF, so like, what is that, Oppressor? Oppressor slash Paladin? I mean, that's good. Like, those two classes aren't really like that amazing overall. I mean, Oppressor is pretty decent there. Scarab's Carapace, added modifier for Mail Zero Protection. Added modifier for Devouring Swarm. Oh wait. So, the Blade Spirit Scarab Shell didn't get nerfed at all. They just like added stuff for like make it better for tricksters, I guess. Interesting. And this one, which I was using on, for example, the Paladin as well, like the Auradon, right? Is like a lot better for Templars now. No, wait, what is this? Mage Hunter, actually. I mean, that's... I don't know. It's probably only like gonna be good for leveling, and other than that, you don't care about it, right? They should make Reek's Evil Eye function like Black Blood Cocktail or something, make it actually good, like make it stick around. What was the best of Sweden trip? Still streaming or Corona? Why not both? Was that Diablo 4 PTR? Yeah. No, Manuel's link was like Diablo 4 PTR basically. I'm gonna play Diablo 2. Like Resurrected? Probably yes, yeah. Yo, Nidia, welcome on. Sword and Board Mage Hunter? Yeah, like, I don't know, it's weird. Vampiric Bone Wall. This and the Of Annihilation buff, right? That's like huge. That's pretty huge. Like, I don't know, I feel like the shield, like if you get a well-rolled shield on that Conjurer now, it could beat out both Nightbringer and Golamash now. If you have like GG rolls, right, like triple rare or something. Right, like this one, and then you have Of Annihilation. Like +4 sigil, 5 seconds duration. Like the 5 seconds duration was already like really good, and now it even has 0.6 seconds scary charge on top, right? So yeah, I mean, this is crazy good now. Seal of Annihilation buff? No, like Vampiric Bone Wall of Annihilation is what you want, right? They've added +2 to Sigil of Consumption to it, and they've like reduced the cooldown like for this as well. I mean, like added a cooldown modifier to it as well. It's pretty sick actually. Warden's Fortress makes blitz leveling early game even stronger than it already is. And I mean, is it gonna be good later? Like, is it gonna beat out full Markovian set, for example? I kind of doubt that, but it's gonna be like very, very good until you get full Markovian set, I think. Radloff's Bulwark, adding modifiers for Way of Shadow. That's like the Radiance one, right? Oh no, that's the OFF one, right? That is the OFF one. And this one has like 10% Weight of Shadow cold RR now. And 120 cold damage per second to Weight of Shadow. Wait, I think this is like a pretty high value, right? How much does like Nightshell have? Yeah, it's almost like it's the same damage as like 18 out of 16. Like the flat damage list. I mean, if you add the Frostburn on top, then it's like it's maybe as much as 12 points, right? Because like the flat cold takes every second, the Frostburn is like over 2 seconds, so it's like basically 127 damage per second at 12 points here, right? And this is still as much as like 12 points of Weight of Shadow. Which is good, because other than that, this item is just garbage, right? At least in my opinion. But it might be like a lot better now for like a freeze cheese build, right? Like a mage slayer set build maybe. If you want to play that with a shield as well, I don't know. You're probably like better off not playing the shield, but rather playing like dual wield maybe, I don't know. It's basically like good for a aura infiltrator, right? Yeah, like only if you like go aura infiltrator, then it's like good. But if you go like aura infiltrator, you could also like play the other elemental shield for aura Senger, so I don't know. It's still like kind of a meme shield in my opinion. Legendary non-set items. Yeah, Retail Nerf. Chillheart increased cast. Oh wait, added 60% cast speed. That's like a pretty huge buff actually. Like if you wanna like play this for casters. And I think you might play this with like cold Stunjacks maybe. Cinetouch Reckoning buff, right? Arcane Whispers Conduit, increased chaos. Damage modifier for Killers of Tempest. Okay, like Killers Tempest buff again. Elemental added converted to chaos, okay. So you can like play full chaos killers with just one item in it. Or can you not? Yeah, it does convert both Aether to chaos and Elemental to chaos. And you also get Lifesteal. You get everything in one item here. That's pretty crazy. Now, if only there were like chaos items that actually like supported Killers Tempest, right? Like you still need the plus skills to both Killers Tempest and Inferno to like make an actually good build. There's the one rod. What? Oh, you mean... oh. Debated. And they also updated the asset Chosen Sky Shard to have code and lightning to asset. Before it was like converting one of the two to Vitality instead. And I think like people don't want to play Vitality. Like Vitality has so many builds anyway. Asset has like way less builds, especially for casters. And yeah, that seems like pretty interesting now as well. Like Acid, Chosen Sky Shard, Warlock for example, could be very interesting now actually. There it is, right? There it is. But yeah, you also have the same problem here, right? You have to like find other gear that gives you like plus skills to Chosen Sky Shard, and not only like Chosen Sky Shard, but also like Frozen Core and Shattered Star, and like you have to like max at all of these ideally. And that's gonna be not that easy. With like Warlock gear, like for Acid, like Acid Warlock gear. Acid. Yo, Crafty Mustache, welcome in. Yo, SKT, welcome in as well. New PoE League announcement today. I need your help, guys. I actually need your help. Because some of you might know about this, some of you might not know about this, right? I have a store on Nexus GG now as well. And starting like I think yesterday or something like that, you can also like I can also like have you guys like buy supporter packs here if you wanted to, right? And just make sure that I like don't leak stuff again. Where was this stuff again? How did I get there? Okay. But the thing is like, okay. What the? Okay, so I can choose up to 10 of these packs here, right? But like I have no idea which are like looking good. So like if you have any suggestions, like which packs you would have maybe wanted to buy anyway. They're super expensive though, like what the fuck, like why would people buy this? For Path of Exile even. I mean, in case you guys would like to buy stuff like this and you would like to buy it over my site, make sure to like tell me which one I like which ones I should put here, because I have no fucking clue about these. Yeah, you can't see them right now because like I have to like add them first, right? Like I have 0 out of 10 down here. Like I can't add, I don't know, this one or this one or this one, right? Like I can add them all right now. But like I don't know which are good. Like I can't add all of them, I can only like add 10 I think, that's like the thing. I can't add more, I add more than 10. I can press like save now. And now if I go to my store, right, then it should appear there. Like over here under microtransactions, you could like buy these now if you wanted to in my store. But yeah, like you have to like tell me which one you would like, which are good anyway. Like I have no clue, dude. Yeah, like I can remove them and like I can switch them. So yeah, in case you would like to support Path of Exile and myself, and you would like to buy these over my website, like over my store at Nexus GG, then yeah, I can like switch them out. You can tell me which ones are good. Sure, like if you can't put together a list, then I can like put that list here first, and then, like if other people have like other suggestions as well, I can like still tweak it a bit. I'm gonna try PoE League in 1 week. I have no idea. Is it gonna be good or bad? PoE, right? Omega lol? I don't know. The thing is, I have played PoE at some point, so like maybe I should like play it for like 1 day again, just to like try it out or something. Just to like see how bad PoE really feels like. Diablo 3 League? No dude, I'm not like... I haven't fallen that deep, like that low there, I don't know. This guy reviews all MTX and PoE. I don't care about that guy's opinion, I care about you guys, like you guys' opinions. I'm gonna play Diablo 2. Once Resurrected is out, I'm gonna play it probably, but before that, probably not. Alright, Coney of Night Whispers, updated acid variant for Amoresa's Blade Burst to Lightning. I mean, many builds actually use this one, and the builds that use this one were like pretty strong anyway, and conduits usually shouldn't go into like, how to say that, like full meta builds that are like easy to build anyway. Like they can be part of a strong build, but they shouldn't be like, I don't know, like part of a obvious build, right? So I can't see why they changed this, because they like don't want conduits to be using like the obvious builds at least, right? Divine Whispers also got their Lightning Judgment updated to Cold instead. I mean, both kind of sucked, I guess. I don't know like how Cold is gonna be better or easy to build than Lightning. Yeah, this one was kind of redundant because like you had, what's it called, Void Soul anyway, and now you have like a Vitality variant on top. That's fine. Undying Whispers, increased damage modifier for Drain Essence to 20%. Wait, which one is this even? Does it like convert as well or what? Conduit of Undying Whispers, and then we have the... Oh, it's for the Acid Drain Essence one. Would you guys play Acid Drain Essence? The thing is, like, you still need Vitality to Acid conversion, right? Globally. Because the ability is like split between Aether and Aether and Vitality, right? What is the best class to play with the Krieg set when focusing on Aether damage? Probably still Spellbinder, yeah. I mean, you can also play Death Knight or Battle Mage, but if you're like dead set on Aether damage anyway, then you probably want to play a Spellbinder, yeah. Have I heard about Core Punk? I've actually not. What the fuck is Core Punk? Like another ARPG as well. An MMORPG? MMORPG? I've never really like played MMORPGs that much, honestly. Wait, but it's like a top-down. Wait, why did they say it's like an MMO when it's like being played like an ARPG? I should check it out later, I guess. And play Acid Raid Essence if you manage to reach around 400 to 500 base damage and plus 2k acid modifier. Spoiler, you can't. And you have like 20% multiplicative damage down here at least. So you can like get away with like a little bit lower numbers, but... yeah. Instead of Lightning Counter-Strike, now I have Aether Counter-Strike. I don't know why you would want to play either, but okay. Decree of Mammoth, increased away. Oh wait, this was just buffed across the board, eh? Wait, there's like a buff to my apostate as well, right? Like my apostate was using 2 of these, I think, even. We check it out real quick. Where is it? Where is it? I think it was this guy. Yeah, okay. So it has like basically higher permanent away now, which is pretty nice. And also more damage to Ignifar, which it was also using actually. Yeah, I mean that's basically buffs this build. I mean it's mostly still like a Rune of Around build, but yeah, that's pretty nice. This build already could like face tank Ravager, so it wasn't like a bad build at all. Ember Core Shoulder Guard, buff to this one. I mean, yeah, it wasn't like the best item anyway, so yeah, buff to this is pretty good. Especially like increased health is pretty nice, because I think you can like use this on a Fire Saboteur as well, and like Fire Saboteur is gonna lack HP pretty badly. Feather main leg guards, leg plates. Yeah, okay, I mean, whatever. Fire Vindictive Flame and Gaze of Imperium. Yeah, I guess. I don't really know, like, I feel like as long as you don't... Like, as long as you can't, like, max up Vindictive Flame fully and you play, like, around the cooldown reduction from, like, the shield and stuff like that, then, like, all these modifiers are just, like, flavor anyway and nothing else. Gut Smasher actually got buffed. The bleed damage on our Reckoning and the bleed damage to Blade Arrow got buffed. So this is mostly a buff to, I would say, the Warder version of this, because, like, Warder... I mean, Gut Smasher had mostly two builds, right? Physical spam Witchblade and Savagery spam with Blade Arc on cooldown Warder, I think. And then maybe like some weird Reckoning versions on a Warlord as well, but I don't know if like people actually play that or not. Warder? Not Warder. Warder. So yeah, basically this buffs the bleeding part of Warder, right? Arian's Bulwark, yeah, that's got a buff, but I'm pretty sure it's like not enough. Infernal Brimstone, Physic to Fire. Malagant would be happy, right? Yeah, this is like a big nerf, from 4 down to 3 projectiles on the Lucky Bullet. He's bad, man. Yeah, some buffs, I don't know if this is gonna change anything, to be honest, doesn't seem like it. Aladra Spellblade, that's like another Reckoning buff for fire. And also like a buff for Fire Strike, Savagery and Reckoning. Okay, I mean, yeah. As far as I know, the only like melee Fire Strike weapon that was like usable was Blazeheart. And this is not called Blazeheart, so that's like good that this got buffed. Fire Savagery is like a meme anyway, like one-handed Fire Savagery is like a full meme anyway in my opinion. So like this, just ignore it, right? It's like a meme anyway. The Reckoning part is like the most important thing, because I feel like that's what this weapon is actually good for. Jackson's unlucky bullet, yeah, pretty much. 8th retail. Alright, yeah, so... Oh yeah, Azrakar Sands has +1 Paladin now. Azrakar Sands is actually pretty... like, it was already strong, I feel like, on the last patch. When it got added to... Oh wait, yeah, we can't group tools there, I suppose, right? How do I check out my builds? I mean, in the stream. I was using that amulet on my She-Breaker for example, killing Ravager in Season 2 of the League, and now it has +1 Inquisitor as well, which... yeah, makes us like a +1 all skills. So basically the same as the Pestilence of Dreeg. Like, this is now, for Paladins, what Pestilence of Dreeg is for Sentinels, right? It's just like more defensive, like way more defensive. And that's good, because like Paladin is overall... I feel like personally it's a decent class, but it's not like the best, not the worst. But many people on the forums feel otherwise. I think it's like even like a very bad class rather. So yeah, like buffing a bad class is obviously pretty good. Apart from that, this is also like usable, I feel like, for like all the Inquisitors, like Inquisitor plus X now as well. If you like want a defensive amulet, you can like always go for Azrakar Sands now on both a Oathkeeper and an Inquisitor round. Azrakar Serenity. I mean, it is rather bad compared to Serenity though. Or like, not that bad, but it's worse, right? It's like 25%. So like you need a pretty big health pool, I feel like, to like go down to say 26 or 27% of your HP without this proccing, right? And still kind of feel safe-ish. Like, if you have, like, low HP, that's not gonna proc anyway, right? Alright, where are we? We are at... yeah, so whatever. I mean, yeah, retail. Actually, wait. Mythical Bramble Wine increased poison retail. Wait, so the flat poison retail got buffed. Percent all retail got nerfed. And it's got moved over to be acid damage instead of bleed damage. I mean, this is, I guess, rather good. And this part is probably overall still a nerf, but I don't know. Mythical Brutalux added +1 Oathkeeper to a bleed. Wait, what? Bleed weapon with Oathkeeper? And I guess it's like fine for Dervish, like Bleed Dervish, right? Bleed Dervish or Bleed Archon. I don't know about Bleed Archon though, that's weird. I mean, it's a one-handed weapon, so I think like this is mostly good for like Bleed Dervish. Could be like very interesting for Bleed Dervish actually. They switched around the conversion from the Runtime set, right? And they added physical to cold modifier to Gonado onto Chilling Grip of Hagrand, which you wanna like use when you're playing full cold Granado anyway. I mean, before, if you wanted to like play full cold Granado, you could not play the full Ramtang set because the Ramtang set split your damage between cold and pierce. So now you had to like play other items, and now you could play full Ramtang set for both cold or pierce because it doesn't have any conversion itself anymore. You get conversion on other items. So yeah, the conversion got added here because Ramtang lost the conversion. Codex of Truth increased lightning damage to Judgment to 150 to 350 and added fire to lightning modifier for it as well. Okay. This is like for what? Isn't this like the Horn of Gainer, item? Like you play like Judgment and Horn of Gainer, Paladin or what? Interesting. Codex of Violent Rifts added +1 Oathkeeper skills and reduced bonus to crushing rate to +2. I don't even know what this is, but wait, isn't that like the... Yeah, it's the offhand that has... like that you use for Vitality... Judgment. Oh yeah, I was playing this on a Sentinel actually. Wait... So this means my super old Doombolt Spammer Sentinel actually got buffed. This is like such an old build that I made like, I don't know, 2 years ago almost. And it has like +1 Oathkeeper now, right? Oh, that's a pretty nice buff. Not too bad, not too bad. So like, what does that actually mean? It means we can like... probably get more Physrus from Aspect of the Guardian, right? It's like... what's this? 3% Physrus? That's not too bad. It's gonna take years. Probably. Okay, you can play around with this if you want to. Combustion Bound, yeah, whatever. This is like basically no change. Wait. Damnation also got higher radius now. Yo, finally! They added target area to this that I wanted this to have in the first place. Like Clairvoyant wand had area before. Dude, this is like the perfect buff for me, because like, you know me and my aim with Doombolt, for example, right? Like now I can finally hit the skull. Nice. That's very, very nice for me, actually. It's very nice for my boomer aim, indeed, indeed. Dawn Shard Gaze. Oh, that's the hammer, right? I mean, I don't know, that's weird. It's like a buff, I guess, but I have no idea about that item. Dawn Shard Grip, increased elemental damage to 17, attack speed to 16. Okay. Could be usable for attack speed users now, right? Death's Reach, increased weight damage to Bloody Pox, devouring swarm arm reckoning to 80. Oh, that's the arm reckoning weapon, okay. So a buff for Vitality arm reckoning, seems good. Devil's Cage Hauberk. Whatever. Devil Tongue, increased bonus to RF if you like wanna play what? Fire? Shearbreaker? Paladin? I have no idea. This item, the Aquarius. It's like some pet item, increased attack speed for pets, I guess. Dread Mask of Gorgoth. This is Lightning Mortar Trap now, this is very interesting actually for Elementalists, for example. And I still haven't made my Elementalist or like my Mortar Trap build, right? And I'm pretty sure I might want to try this out actually. This seems very interesting now. Dread Scorcher, yeah, like a very much underperforming weapon. Increased Aether damage to 93 and added 32 Aether damage modifier for Flame Touched. Pretty good for like a Purifier, I guess. Or a Defiler. Aether Defiler, like Aether Fast Strike, Purifier / Defiler. Dread Reaver, that's the one-handed Bone Harvest / Warcry weapon. 20% 20% lasted to Warcry. I forgot the radius reduction to Doombolt itself. It says it got increased. Not reduced. What? I'm pretty sure Clairvoyant. Like Clairvoyant's wand radius modifier got reduced. Wait, Damnation actually has a higher radius modifier than Clairvoyant now. They really know about my boomer aim, eh? I guess they do. Okay, where were we? Yeah, the Red Weaver, right? This is a pretty the meme Weaver, right? Honestly, this part is really nice though. Fizz Res, 4% Fizz Res and 50% Fizz to Cold to Field Command. Like, this part is very nice. I think. If the weapon itself is like usable. But I can't see this being good on a Death Knight, right? Like cold damage Death Knight is just a bad damage type for this archetype, right? Like for the class. I feel like this is better on Blade Master, right? Yeah, they reduce other items, buff the skill itself, and also buff Damnation on top. Yeah, Cold Cannon's Blade Master, right? Yeah, that's what I'm thinking as well. Like, it has attack speed, right? It has attack speed, it has like the conversion now, like 2 of this just give you like full conversion, you don't have to like care about anything else. It has pure flat cold damage anyway. Yeah, It has this like weird cooldown and lifesteal to Warcry, which I guess it's fine. Like if you like playing SR chunks or like playing main campaign, like you're in the middle of like a big pack, you can like heal a lot, probably like with every Warcry press. Like whenever you press Warcry, that's basically like a Blood of Dreek heal or something like that, right? Hey Naomi, welcome on. I mean, the patch hit last week, but I haven't had time to check it out so far. 2 of them is full cold hug around. What? Hagrad is pierce damage though, right? Not physical. Like Hagrad is pierce and cold. Kadastor is physical and fire. Earth Shattered Treads and a 20% freeze rest. I mean, yeah, whatever. This is like the tree. Doesn't matter. Hoarfrost Ointment exists anyway, kind of. Fate Weaver's Mantle. That's the mantle rest. I mean, it's like whatever as well. Pet stuff. Okay. It's like, I mean, it's pet stuff for probably one of the worst, if not the worst pet in the game, right? The Hellhound right now, or like some patches ago, I think it was like the worst pet. So yeah, like seeing items get plus skills to like the worst pet is totally fine by me. Mythical Final Stop. I mean, Return Nerf. Okay, Grass of the Dead. What is this even? Is it like the Ill Omen and the Blade Spirit item or something? Like for Caster Reaper or something? Wait, wasn't this like part of one of the like quickest Crucible clearer builds ever? It was like super squishy though, so I think it's fine. Gut Ripper added support for Virus Might. Wait, I wanted to like play a Tactician with that maybe, right? The new set. Bleeding damage. I mean, that's not the worst one actually. Also 1 meter range is pretty nice as well, if you like playing range as well. Like, especially when you're playing range, so like it's good for kiting, right? It's good for kiting actually. It's pretty nice. I like it. Higher Eliras. I mean, Eliras is like usually easy to get. At least these are like non-elemental items, so like it does make sense to increase it on those. Mythical Hellborn. Actually one of the few Retaliation items that has been buffed. On the other hand, this one will probably always use Jackson's Lucky Bullets for like maximum DPS at least. So yeah, like it kinda got nerfed because of Jackson's as well. Inashka's Corrupted Hand, I mean this one's whatever. Inashka's Corrupted Hand added Internal Trauma to Doombolt, okay, I mean if you wanna play physical Doombolt, feel free to. Mythical Inferno Brimstone, yeah, they added the same thing here, and also like they increased the burn retail, increased Rata to Vindictive Flame. That's like two-handed Vindictive Flame Rata, or you play the Fire a Reckoning thing that Malaga is playing, right? Alright, there's projectiles here, we know that, rest in peace. Buff for lightning melee, okay. Oh yeah, this I think it's fine because like the proc was kinda underwhelming anyway, so I think it's fine. Plus 3 manipulation, that's like another pet buff, okay. Canister Bomb nerf for non-full Ozone set, right? Some of these mods, I have no idea what these even do, like what are these? Wait, meat shield, that's like a Serenity shield, right? This the shield that you keep in your secondary weapon slot and like weapon switch to like not die, right? I mean, it basically got buffed. Oh, it's fine, I guess. I mean, nobody ever used this ever except for like weapon swap, I feel like. So I think it's fine. Pagana's Betrayal. Yo, Granto, welcome. You only love females. I mean, that's what Alios says. You only love females that are not weebs. You're both a female and a weeb. We're talking about Naomi. Weep spam. One weep spam. Yeah, the ground tools already for a cold walk run. The thing is, the conduit, right? It's so useless, right? Like, why would you play those? I don't know. It's like it has 22 flat RR, right? Which would be good if it stacks with Terrify, but I think it doesn't, right? Or does it? I mean, if it does, then it's good. If it doesn't, then it's bad. It does? You think so? I mean, that's what I thought as well, but I wasn't sure. The same RR and the same skill, like, why do you max out Break Mirage then? It's like useless then. I should try it out at some point. Like, legit try it out. Well, I mean, you probably still play a Blade Master. To like do a wield and to get like 3 RR and to like deal damage. Physical and fire to lighten to mitigate the flame on the pyroclasm mark. Alright, whatever. I don't think like this matters at all, right? Like if you play this like for a fire build, then you didn't play around Vindictive Flame, right? So like then the damage change doesn't hurt you really. And maybe this has like some purpose in an actual like lightning Vindictive Flame build, so maybe they're like onto something here. Mythical Pestilence of the Reek added chaos damage, removed conversion on the base item. The conversion will now roll with the plagues. Wait, I have one of those as well on this build, right? So, for example, the acid to vitality conversion and the physical to vitality conversion will now be bound to the prefix, right? I think before it had generic like physical to acid conversion, right? And then like it had the other type of conversion depending on your prefix, right? Like chaos to it, acid to it, and so on was like dependent on the prefix. But you always had acid to fizz, I mean fizz to acid, right? And now this fizz to X also can like depends on like which roll you got here. They somehow forgot it in this one, I don't know why, but this should have like fizz to chaos. I'm pretty sure. Like why does this one not have it? What? Wait, do they have like two? What? Wait, why does the Plague of Fatigue have Vitality Resistance Reduction, but Chaos Damage and Acid to Chaos Conversion? The Plague of Terror has Chaos Resistance Reduction, but no Physical to Chaos Conversion. I mean, maybe that's intended, and if so, that's interesting, I guess. But it's kind of weird. Quill Thrower Drieg, yes, this one needed a big buff. Oh, this one basically got the modifier from the conduit or added to it, right? Oh, that's pretty cool. This thing was like the meme thrower of Drieg before anyway, so like it needed some kind of buff. I have no idea if this is like actually gonna make it viable or not though, like it's kinda still meme, right? Because like if you play Amarasa's Blade Burst, generally you would like to play the green 2 hindrance then, right? Essence of the Reek has random mods? Yeah, it's like the 10th conduit basically. It's like another conduit. Alright, the Rune of Agaloth increased lightning damage to Mortar Trap and added 100% fire to lightning to Mortar Trap as well. So like you don't have to use the helmet, you can also use the rune, I guess, like that. This is a one-handed scepter, I think. Runebound, the leg wraps, okay, pet stuff. Sign of Crimson Wakes. Right, that's the bleed our reckoning weapon, right? I mean, I already said this like multiple times. I think like if you play this, you don't necessarily spam, like just hold down our reckoning, but like you only use it every now and then as a filler, and you actually like use other skills as like a nuke for bleed in between. I mean, this is an interesting weapon though, I kind of want to play it. Sky Breach Bulwark, added Rata on the proc. Solar's Helm, added 4% Fizz. That's pretty nice. The helmet was kind of squishy. That's also like very good for Reapers most of the time, right? Or like Oppressors as well. Oppressors, Reapers, they like benefit a lot from this one. Spark of Ultos added 7%, or like Shadow Strike. Markbase I think as well. Spark of Ultos added 7% weapon damage modifier to Stunjacks. So you can decide between 4% lifesteal on the green weapon, right? On Korvak's Stormblade, right? 4% lifesteal to all the damage that Stunjax deals. Or like the +1 projectile from the rune. Or 7% weapon damage to Stunjax on the Spark of Ultos. And this also basically gives you lifesteal to Stunjax. However, you will only get 7% of your total lifesteal on your like sheet, right? Say you have, I don't know, like 10%, right? Then you will only lifesteal with 0.7% of your damage of Stunjax, right? So I feel like this is somewhere in between the Rune of Agolop and the like our thing, right? And the Stormblade. Like the Stormblade has the highest lifesteal, like the highest sustain. This one has the highest damage because of +1 projectiles. And this one is like somewhere in the middle because like it has like pretty good lightning damage, I think. Like also the proc here is insane. I mean the aura actually. This one has what? Like 550% lightning damage, up to 548 lightning damage, right? But you only like lifesteal with like 0.7% of the damage that you deal. You play Wilson now? Says Ground Zero. 6.9%. More like 0.69%. Totless. It's a VTuber. Birded before Lysax. Alright, Temporal Tempest added +2 Aura of Censure and replaced Censure, right? Censure? Not Censure, Censure. And replaced bonus to Wind Devil with +3 ranging Tempest. That's a buff for sure, that's a buff as well. Added proc from the non-mythical one to this one as well. Wait, Temporal Tempest? Oh, yeah, that's like the Word of Pain item, right? You play like Word of Pain and Wind Devil, so it's like a Vindicator item, I guess. I mean, mostly Word of Pain though. Is any good, by the way? I mean, this is like Ultos Devotion proc, basically. Chance when hit though. You warp time around you, creating a bubble through which enemies can barely move. So that's like a Inquisitor Seal on the ground type of skill. Wait, 12 seconds recharge, 6 seconds duration. I mean, 8-meter target area is pretty big though. I mean, you probably want to play Ultos on top because like this is not consistent. Like this part down here might as well not really exist, right? Like you played for this stuff, maybe. And then it's like basically only, I mean the slow is between us as well. Because I think the slow also should have slow like enemy attack speed, right? Dead build for a dead game, that's why Wilson's the future of gaming, boys. That's his product, whatever. Tome of Atonement. Wait, what? Oh yeah, that's the Fire Auxiliary item, right? Yeah, I was playing this on the Pyromancer recently. And they did what? They removed the conversion. And yeah, it was like Pierce to Fire conversion to Rune of Canastor, but like Rune of Canastor has no Pierce damage anymore in this patch, so like, yeah, it's not needed. I mean, this is basically like no change, right? Increased casting speed, okay, that's like kinda nice, but everything else is like whatever. It's like good for spam Auxiliary, for example. Yeah, Retail Nerf, okay, Venomancer's Guile. Increased away to 60, DA to 40, and Bleed Rest to 26. Sure, that's like a never used item anyway, so like it's good to get it buffed. And Void Rend Talents and Void Steel Gauntlets basically got swapped, right? Like the RF stuff and Cadence stuff, right? And the reason for that is because I believe of some like weapon pool skills on the items. So Void Rend is the Cadence item now, and has like Chaos Belgo Shears, so like you play what, Chaos Blade Master? What? Oh yeah, because they basically changed this because this item had the smite, right? This item converted physical and fire to smite. That's why this makes more sense that this item has the RF stuff on it and not the cadence stuff on it. Reek's Fire Eye? Reek's Fiery Eye? Yeah, exactly. So yeah, I mean, that's a reasonable change. It's not gonna like change that much though, but yeah, it's a reasonable change. White Whisper Bound and a +2 Hellhound, sure. Warp Fire and a +2 Heart of Wrath. That's like pretty good for like shield breakers, I would say. Like if you're playing Infernal Nightstep, for example. Whisper of Secrets, increase HP to 480. I mean, okay. Okay. Wrath of the Nebulous. Here we go. I was playing this on a Sentinel, Chaos Outrigger and Sentinel. Sentinel performs pretty well, so they didn't touch Sentinel, they just buffed the Paladin version, right? They added more Chaos damage to Word of Renewal, and gave Word of Renewal also like more attack speed, to basically match the attack speed on... Actually no, it's still less attack speed, right? Than like 12 points here. Yeah, like 12 points here is 15, dude, that's like insane. Yeah, it's still worse. I don't know. I mean, on the other hand, Paladin or like Inquisitor has Chaos Resistance Reduction, Word of Pain, so maybe finally Paladin is like kind of on par with Sentinel here for Chaos Hour Reckoning, but I kinda doubt it still, honestly. Because like for Chaos, I feel like for Chaos the flat damage is more important than Resistance Reduction, actually, in this case, because like... yeah, like... For Chaos, resistance reduction is not quite as important as for some other like damage types. Also, if you were like not playing Occultist, you're losing out on Doombolt on top, right? Worm Scale Foot Guards increase AD-RAS. I mean, yeah, they increase AD-RAS on like many items for some reason. Seems to be in line with all the other changes. Zolhan's Revenge. Replace bonus to Menhir's Will with +1 soldier. Wait, what? Zolhan's Revenge. Which item is this even? Oh, this shield. Wait, this is like a good shield now. This might be like legit a good shield for retail now, if it didn't have retaliation damage to Menhir's Will. Like, why is it Menhir's Will, dude? Menhir's Will is the circuit breaker, right? Like, what? It's more like flavor than anything else, to be honest. Rip this boat. I mean, just like switch around the gloves, dude. Like, what do you mean, rip the spell? Just use like Void Rant instead. Where is it? What is it called? There we go. Just use this instead, right? You gain +2 cadence. You gain +2 here, which is better because you get more absorption. And then you... yeah, like you lost 1 node here, you gained 1 here, which is like, I mean... so you lost what? You lost 13 flat chaos here, and you only gained... I mean, you gained 13 here, so like you didn't lose anything. You just like gained 1% free absorption, right? So it's like a straight up buff, and you also gained like +2 cadence. So yeah, I mean it's a buff. And you lose like 1% attack speed, maybe. Okay. But is that actually true? Rolls up to 18%, rolls up to 19%. Okay, I mean, okay. I guess you lost like 1% attack speed. Oh yeah, also this one has answer to chaos. True. So like you convert more of your like Blood Reek to chaos. Oh yeah, you also lost 1% attack speed here, so you actually lose 2% attack speed. You're right about that. But yeah, I mean, you lost 2% attack speed, but you can like probably still max out. Because like, look at this, right? They actually buffed this component as well. I haven't talked about it yet, but it looks like usable now. Wait, no, not this one, but like this one. I mean, maybe you don't need it on a build like this. It has like 8% chaos rust now. I mean, it is certainly usable now. I feel like it is usable. But you probably don't need... I mean, you do need chaos rust here actually. Like, why are you using like Space Core plating, dude? Like, just use this, right? You get chaos rust, you get attack speed. You get more flat chaos damage, like this build just got buffs, dude. What are you talking about? What the fuck is this number? I've never seen this number before. 62k damage? I've never seen like more than 50k, I think. Like I've seen like 50 something k, but like never 60k. That's a glass cannon version with like 80k of this. Wow. Is this like better than Witch Hunter though? Like I don't know. I always thought like Witch Hunter is still better than this. Because of like stuff like execution and stuff like that. Like, I don't know. Yeah, like you get maybe like higher flat damage on... I mean you also have like 2 more points in cadence now, so like that is more damage than before this. But yeah, the number, like the sheet number is pretty crazy. Not gonna lie. But yeah, the weapon pool skills in Soldier compared to those of Nightblade are just like way worse, so... Witch Hunter probably has like overall still more damage. Oh yeah, I was talking about Zohan's Revenge, and like, I think Zohan's Revenge might be like a pretty decent... Wait, no, it doesn't have any Fizz Rest, right? Never mind. The thing is, like, this item could be good if it had like physical resistance, but it doesn't. So it's like bad. It has like 61 pierce runs, which is like useless. Yeah, shield without fizz rest is like omega lol, right? Like, it's horrible. I don't know. Like, all the changes I did here, they look nice on paper, and you're like, yeah, this could be maybe usable now, and then you like check it out, and then you're like, oh wait, this doesn't have any pierce rust, like, I mean fizz rust, like 0 fizz rust? Like, what? It's complete trash. Needs fizz rust, otherwise still complete garbage. Nightclaw, increase bonus blade arc and savagery to +3. One-handed water. Oh no, you either play Blade Master or Trickster right with us. Added lightning as Pierce. It's like only good for savagery because like you can't take brute force on one hand anyway. That's on one-hander. Wait, this is like one-handed Pierce Blade Arc. So you play a one-handed Pierce Blade Arc. And you have like Eternal Trauma and Bleed in there as well. I don't know, man. It seems pretty horrible. Oculus Visage, more Pierce runs. Alright, Pestilence of the Rig, that's like the same as the Mythica one, right? Ring of Consor, increase fire damage for pets. Nice. Ring of Zethris, reduce retail damage. I mean, I don't have it anyway, so I guess that's fair. No, I don't know. I mean, retail just got nerfed overall. This is in line with all the other retail nerfs. I guess, I mean, people are gonna say retail is dead, right? As always, but it's still fine. Like, damage is not the best anymore, but also, like, if you're tanky and can facing everything, you shouldn't have the same damage as like a glass cannon, so like it's totally fine, it's totally fair. Sure, Return of Flame got their Cancer Bomb conversion removed. Well, I guess it was redundant, yeah, that's probably true. A Spark of Reality, this was the, like, Aether Chaos item you were talking about earlier, Alias, right? Oh, I don't know. This is an interesting weapon, because, like, you have to play around shenanigans, like, you have to, like, try to proc Arcane Will and like Mirror to like deal damage or something like that. It's an interesting item. I mean, I wouldn't say it's like a strong item, but it's certainly like interesting to like play around or like theory counter on this item. Arcane Whale. Arcane Will. Same thing as the Mythical. Same. Okay, Grey Knight. This is actually a very nice buff for example, my Turgo Warlord that I was playing, right? Fire to Physical, this is good for Judgment, like Hard to Wild stuff. They actually removed that though and added plus Raining Force. Added IT, damage modifier to Judgment, and increased damage modifier to Force Wave to 80%. That's pretty nice, that's like a pretty nice buff actually. Yeah, like Grey Knight buff is pretty huge, I feel like. It's pretty impactful. Okay. Knowing Crate, they're not gonna add any Fizz to either of the 3 new sets, right? Even though like people cried for Fizz in all of them for like all the time. What does this mean for my Pyromancer, for example? Like, they just switched around some some resistances, right? Okay, I mean, my Pyro resistances are still fine. Maybe things have changed for you on your build if you're using this set. I mean, no, they just increased the stuff. They didn't, like, switch around, actually, like, I'm blind. They just added more resistances. They added, like, all the resistances, except for Fizz-Rest, right? Ember's Calling, removed conversion, and armor. Wait, what? Oh, they moved the conversion from the helmet to the chest or what? I guess. What did you say, SQT? Why hating a retail toxic? Typical toxic sexist boomer, non-fun allowed mod. We need a mod in here because of Ground Zero games. Yeah, seems logical, right? Imagine how much nerves you need to have to change every item and write it all on the side. I mean, if you get paid for it, then I'm pretty sure you wouldn't mind. Like, I can imagine worse jobs than this, honestly. Like, tweaking items in an ARPG and like getting paid for that. I think that's kind of fun, yeah. I mean, maybe not the best thing ever to do, but also not the worst thing ever. Actually, I think it's fun. Anyway, let's move on to the stats, right? Armor 3 got nerfed, like many other retail stuff. I don't know, like this one, I feel like this wasn't even that OP anymore after the last nerf, but maybe it was still like too strong. I mean, yeah, damage-wise it probably was like still too strong because yeah, retail shouldn't be as strong as like glass cannons, so that makes sense. Cataclysm buff, yeah. I think it needed a buff, so yeah, makes sense. Dawnbreakers, this is overall more like a nerf as well, I would say. Yeah, definitely a nerf. Harass set is finally a buff. Harass set was like a pretty glassy set with like mediocre damage and like no defense at all basically. And now it has Fizz and has lifesteal for stunjacks, which in this case mean cold stunjacks, right? And if you would be to combine this with, well, I mean, technically you could only combine it with the lightning green dagger, right? The green lightning dagger. Let's put it up again here real quick. This one here, right? You can only basically combine it with this one, but also like getting cold damage modifiers on this is gonna be kind of not that great. So I can usually see people use Harass set alongside Chill Stripe instead. And yeah, also you can't use this one because this one has cold to lightning conversion, so you probably don't want to use this. But maybe, I mean, yeah, you don't want to use this because of also like no cold % damage anywhere here, so yeah. Yeah, none here either, so yeah, I don't know. I mean, you could like still use this maybe. Just for like the projectiles. Already talked about this earlier, right? Doombolt got its base radius increased, this one got reduced there, so it's I think like the same, I guess, for Clairvoyant. Death-marked Hood, increased cold damage for AQC, yeah, I mean, this... AQC is like one of the worst weapon pool skills in the game anyway, like getting this buffed is certainly good. Ultus Spoders, increased bonus to savagery to +3. Pretty sure that's not what people expected out of Ultus buffs, but I mean, at least we got one. Aether Vindictive Flame, I guess, if you wanna look cool, and Aethery. Rhyme Tongue set, I mean, this is what I talked about earlier, right? They removed all the conversion for Granado on the set. And, like, it just got overall buffs, especially this part here, right? This now matches the like freeze resistance reduction on the Mage Slayer sets, so this is basically Mage Slayer sets but for Blade Trap now, right? Instead of for OFF. I mean, it was already done before, but like the values were lower. And this basically means that builds like my Slice, Trap and Dude Purifier got buffed, right? I mean, not Purifier, but like Infiltrator. Alright, I played this build, right? And yeah, this should be able to trap more enemies compared to before now. Like hopefully some more nemesis and stuff like that. Obviously not all of them, but yeah, it's gonna be better than before. And yeah, if you want to play Granado, then you can actually also like play this now, and then you convert to cold or to pierce, like with other items. The word is illegal. Right. You're gonna watch Godzilla vs. King Kong? It's gonna be on Pornhub. I mean, that's probably your best bet. Alright. Red Guys set. Yeah, Red Guys is like one of the rather underwhelming sets as well overall compared to other pieces. Yeah, just like buffs to especially Vitality Promise Strike seems good, And also more crit damage streaks with I. Okay. Seems good. Spell Scourge set, increase the way on DA on the visor. Sure. This one is maybe not a good thing though. Like, I don't think you need Bleed Rest. But oh well. I mean, I haven't really like played this myself, but I think you don't need the Bleed Rest. Stone Guard set. I'm pretty sure Stone Guard, like out of all the retail stuff that got hurt, like got nerfed this patch, Stone Guard is probably like still the strongest. So maybe I should like ditch my idea of this build and like just play full Stone Guard instead in the league, right? Stronghold Revolver. Sure, like buffs here and there. Seems good. Harbingers actually got buff as well. Increased weapon damage modifier to Doombolt, so like 2 or 3 shotting enemies. It's gonna be even more of a thing now with Harbinger set. It's been nice. Mage Slayer set. Just like resistance buffs. Okay, makes sense, I guess. Yeah, this is a buff as well, actually. Like, you don't really need Elemental Rest on the set, I think. So that's a buff. Runebinder set. This is like a bad set, kind of, as well. And I mean, the 4-piece is fine, the 5-piece is kind of meh. And the 5-piece got this. Like, what? This doesn't do anything, right? It's like useless. Like, why would you play the full set? Like, it still doesn't make any sense. Vanquisher set, increased damage to Predator Stampers. Okay. Increased fire damage to Predator Stampers. So that's basically no change for the Shieldbreaker version and a buff for the Templar version. Like a slight buff only there. Vileblade Pact set. That's like the Venom Blade, I think, right? Reduced RR in the skill proc, okay. Alright, Void, so it's like a small nerf to like acid dervishes, right? I would say. But then again, if you like play the tankiest dervish, you want to play like a SAR set and dual misery anyway. So like you don't really play the Vileblade set then. Alright. Void Soul set, increased more damage to Aegis of Men here. Alright. And increased radius modifier for Doombolt to +2. So this has the same radius, like big radius, like Damnation now. Alright, so like a Void Soul buff, nice. Sage Binder. Stone Guard is still broken. Yeah, I don't know, maybe, probably. I can imagine. Alright, Ozlin set actually got changed as well a little bit. Like, they removed the CDR on the head guard, which is a, well, big nerf to especially the versions that didn't use the full set, but only use like 4-piece. So like what I played in the last league, Season 1 for example. It's actually like quite a big nerf to that build. It's probably still gonna be good, but certainly worse than before. And they did increase the CDR on the weapon there. However, they didn't add more, like as much here as the headguard lost. So overall, even the full 5-piece set lost some CDR. And like the non-5-piece, like the 4 and 3-piece versions lost even more. Which hurts the build both offensively and defensively. Because like you rely on things like Blast Shield and Mirror of Reductus for defense on a Sork. And I mean, Cancer Bomb itself is like a cooldown based ability, so like the less cooldown reduction you have, the less damage you also deal. Which is, I mean, I guess it's fair because like it was a very, very strong build, like a really strong build. But yeah. Got nerfed. Oh well. I'm pretty sure this is like still gonna be a good build though. Valdoon's Betrayal, increased damage on the granted skill. I don't even know what the skill is. This one? Oh, it's a weapon pool skill. I mean, that could be like a pretty nice buff then. I mean, they want to buff that part of the set the most because people were playing like 3-piece Valdoon, I think, and like use a different weapon. Because like the weapon kinda sucked compared to like say a Silver Bolt or like a GG green weapon. So they want to like buff the weapon a bit, and they buff the weapon by like buffing this ability here. Oh, that makes sense, I would say. They also moved conversion modifier from Fire Strike to a modifier to Flame Touched, which means that this is now global conversion, which will also affect the projectiles from, what's it called again? Brimstone? Before it didn't, right? Yeah, the triple rare elemental weapon with pierce affixes, that was like the best for the build. But honestly, I mean, you never get that, like you literally will never get that unless you GT stat, right? But I mean, even the Silver Bolt version I think was better than full Valdoon, right? Alright, moving on, we got the Whale Keeper set as well, right? The Keeper of the Whales. Right, so this is a buff for... and that's certainly a nerf for Lightning upheaval. It could be actually a buff for Aether upheaval though. Because like the 35 weapon damage modifier could be better than the flat Aether that they had before, right? And like, obviously Aether couldn't do anything with the electric damage here. So it's definitely a nerf for Lightning, but maybe even like a small buff for Aether. Which is fine. I mean, these two got switched around. Replace percent weapon damage modifier to upheaval with 80... no, 90? Wait. Oh wait, that's just like get moved over here as well or something? Oh, they just like moved around stuff, right? So is this like a buff or a nerf at the end? I have no idea, dude. Anybody know if they also changed Nico Aryan quests? I rescued him in Canada District like 6 times in a row now. What? Like 6 times on the same character? That might be like a bug. I'm pretty sure they did not want that to happen. Virtue set buff, yeah, I mean it got like over nerfed basic in the first patch after Forgotten Gods. Ever since then it was kind of not the greatest. So like this one getting buffed is totally reasonable. And this one lost its conversion to Rune of Kalastor because it was pierced to physical conversion earlier, and as we will see in a bit here, Rune of Kalastor lost its pierce damage anyway. Class and skills, blah blah blah. I mean, this is... I mean, devotions. I don't even know like what this was about. I mean, Gallows was kind of bad, so yeah. This being buffed is okay. I mean, it's not gonna change much, but it is a small buff. Berserker added 15 freeze and stun rust, that's pretty nice. I don't exactly know on which arm they added that though. I think the right arm, so like the one that you see on the left, was like pretty bad, right? Okay, so it has 15 stun rust on the left arm and 15 freeze rust on the right arm. I mean, I don't know. It's certainly nice that it got like some buffs. Messenger of War, another retail nerf. Wait, am I gonna use that one as well in my build? Yikes. Yo, R-Demon, thanks for the sub, man. Welcome back. 9 months already. That's like a full-grown baby, dude. Thank you so much. Just don't update, I already updated. That's fine. We're not gonna like play with an old patch, what the fuck. Next year isn't that far off. I mean, yeah, next year is closer to us right now than the year after that. That's true. Rowan Scepter added 25 Petrify res. Okay, I mean that's pretty decent as well. Rowan Scepter is kind of an underused devotion as well, right? I mean, you can certainly play it on some builds, like especially Internal Trauma. But this is also like mostly used on soldiers, so like, I don't know, it's like a buff for Internal Trauma of soldier builds. I don't know if like soldier needs more buffs, honestly. Guardian's Gaze, I mean, yes, it was good, but I feel like Guardian's Gaze was, oops, like it required you to like do sacrifices, right? So I don't know why they nerfed it as well again so much. Yeah, exactly, like Guardian's Gaze sacrifices many other devotions, and it was like used by only few builds that I wouldn't say are like OP. I don't know, I mean, yeah, the numbers were pretty high on it, but it was also fine because like you couldn't like just use it on any build. I don't know why they nerfed it, honestly. I feel like maybe like a very, very, very minor nerf was like fine-ish, but this is more than a minor nerf, right? I don't know. I feel like this is maybe a mistake. Maul, increased physical damage and increased base armor reduction by 5%. I think that's pretty good, like a reasonable buff. But again, it's like another physical buff. But it's like flat physical damage, like I think it's a fine buff. Like, if anything in physical damage should be buffed, it should be this, so I mean, that's fine. Shield Wall, reduced physical retail. Yeah, good thing I'm gonna use both Shield Wall and Messenger of War on it. Oh well. Double nerf. Also, Counter-Strike, reduced physical retail, scaling with rank. The thing is, like, I can't really compare because I don't have the old numbers anymore now. How bad was the nerf, guys? Like, is Counter-Strike like trash now, or is it still like really good? Maybe you should just like play Stoneguard instead and like focus more on Retribution, right? Yo, sweet Bobby, welcome on. Thanks for the reset. We're playing Grim Dawn again with the controller this time. Real game changer for you on an AR binder. Nice, nice. Yeah, I've actually played, I mean, I've not really played Grim Dawn with the controller yet. I've only played it like once or twice when I played Grim Dawn with my girlfriend. Like, she played with the controller, like I told her what to do, basically. I mean, kind of, I didn't try to like backseat her that much. But yeah, I definitely want to like play the game more with a controller as well in the future, especially when like the game comes out on Xbox. Like, I don't know when that's gonna happen, but at some point that's gonna happen, right? And yeah, it's pretty relaxing. Binder such. Make my best in slot devotion even better. Wait, which one? The Maul? Yeah. Okay, I mean, this is a nice buff, right, to Ocultus Doombolt. Especially for like boomers like me who can't like hit this at all. Dreek's Evil Eye, increased radius as well. That's pretty good as well. It's like Dreek's Fat Eye now. It's pretty nice. Bloodburst, increased radius as well. Base answer damage, yada yada yada. Yeah, like just buff this ability, right? Buff it a lot. This one has no Rata anymore, but it has percent crit damage instead. And if you want to play Rat Attack Eye, then you can still use the one amulet by like one of the bees, right? I don't remember the name, but like one of the bees, right? Ulra procs or something. No, the other one. Wide eruption as well, more radius on this, focused gaze, increased damage modifiers as well. So yeah, like overall, across the board, like buffs to Dreg's Evil Eye, both for the spam and the non-spam version. Like all of these are mostly about the spam version. This one is for like cooldown version as well. Pretty nice. AQC, the worst weapon pool skill and outplayed, got a buff. So hopefully now this will not be a DPS loss at all anymore. Like sometimes earlier this was still actually a DPS loss, so it was like better to not use the ability compared to like using it, apparently, and they hopefully fixed that now. Grasping Vines increased duration to 5 seconds, making it better for basically everything, like for leveling, for physical, for vitality. I mean, yeah, overall I feel like this is probably like the Dreg's Evil Eye of Shaman. Like it was a very, like overall I would say a pretty underwhelming ability. Like in some situations it could be good, but overall it was rather underwhelming. Not as bad as this, but like still rather underwhelming. And then finally we have the Rune of Kalastor. This one has normal pierce damage, so you don't have to like worry about pierce damage conversion anymore. It is only physical and fire now, and has more of that to like make up for the loss of the pierce damage. Overall, I mean, yeah, the biggest change, honestly, is probably like the relic change or Rework's Reaping. Like you have like another spam skill now that you can use as a filler, and this is currently pretty broken. It's gonna be nerfed next patch again to a reasonable value though, I would say, so it's gonna still be good. It's still gonna be like playable. However, yeah, like don't expect as broken performance on the next patch as on this patch right now. It's pretty good right now. And other than that, I'm kind of hyped to like try out my Vitality Doombolt spammer again, or like if you have like a Chaos Doombolt character as well, like Void Soul set, then the radius increase is gonna be pretty nice for Doombolt for sure for you. And other than that, oh yeah, mostly like reasonable changes, but not really like that much game-breaking stuff except for the Broken Relic, right? Alright. Let's actually play the game, right? Let's play the game. Samaruba, TLDR. I mean, basically the summary is Urborg's Relic is broken, everything else is like, whatever. And yeah, obviously also like Retaliation got nerfed across the board. The rest are just like minor tweaks, which all do make sense, but they're not really that amazing. No interesting item in the patch? Was there an interesting item in the patch? I mean, yeah, the Cold Blade Master item, right? The one for Warcry. It's probably like the most interesting one. I mean, there are no like new items because like it's only a half fix. This item right here, right? Mythical Dreadweaver. Like when it comes to interesting items at least, like this is one of the most interesting ones. Lightning Mortar Trap. And then we have the Bartholom's Gavel for like up to 6 Guardians total now, right? Also you can have... Is it like 14 rat attack now? To Dreg's Evil Eye? I don't know, what was like the highest that you could have earlier with like skills? Was it 14 as well or was it lower? I don't remember actually. And this one's really nice for Wit Conjurer. I actually think I didn't read these, by the way. Solar has more lifestyle now. Wait, what? Turbine Crusher has more bleed. Okay. Arcane Weaver has Fist to Elemental to Fire Strike. Oh, so like you can't use it for Pierce anymore now. Huh. Yeah, they actually got rid of the Pierce Fire Strike on Arcane Weaver by like making this elemental. And whatever this is, but I don't know. Thinking about Bolt Thrower. Pretty sure I'm not. No, people were using this item. People use this item with double rare prefixes for Pierce Fire Strike. But now this has physical to elemental, so like it's gonna. Or they did use this, right? I mean, the weapon has no like physical damage itself. And you convert the elemental to Pierce? Wait, maybe this doesn't affect the Pierce version because like the Pierce version doesn't have any physical damage anyway, right? Yeah, I think people play this for the pass through as well, yeah. Like for Crucible times people play this. Yo, Hamikar, welcome on. I know. It's basically zero. Like, people didn't play this. I mean, people did play this with GD Stash. But, like, legit, you can never get, like, a triple rare with this or, like, Pierce, Suffix, and Prefix. Yeah, it's like a GD Stash nerf, if anything, right? Yeah, I mean, whatever. Doesn't really matter. And, like, on the Tactician, you play this, right? Or, like, Valdun as well.